Welcome to Daily Devotion with Ken Gurley. Devotions designed to inspire you on your daily walk with God. Here's your host, Ken Gurley.
Hey, good Wednesday morning to each and every one of you. Thank you for being a part of our daily devotion family. And if you've been on social media any this morning, you know, this is a big day. A big day. I don't know how social media does it, but it starts alerting everybody that yours truly is having a birthday. I have one of them every 365 days, except in leap year, 366 days. But I have the joy of sharing this birthday with my granddaughter, Loren. We were both born on June 4th, or as she said it when she was a little girl, June Fork. We call ourselves June Forkers. That's it. And if you are a June Forker, there's got to be some more out there. Celebrate. Celebrate in your June Forkness. I like forthrightness on our June Forkness. That's it. Oh, my. And so what this means usually I'm at camp. It doesn't matter when my birthday has been. I'm just going to be at camp somewhere. And this year I'm in Lufkin, and their camp meeting. And my fellow June Forker, Loren, is over in Tioga for the kids' camp. And she's over there on a four-wheeler running around. And I'll be over here in service. But happy birthday, Loren. Happy birthday to all of my fellow June Forkers. And also that means that this is the day that Donna Sidlow used to always call me on my birthday, and I would answer, and she'd say, "Brother Gurley, hang up." So I would hang up, and I knew it was my annual birthday greeting and song that she had compiled. So we got a special treat today at the close of this. Let me see what I'm going to do. I think I will play this year's song that she was working on when she passed. We played it at her homegoing service. And then I might even play last year's, because last year was just epic. It was epic. I'm going to do this at the close because it's to the tunes that social media may shut these things down. I don't know how they treat them. So let's just see. Let's see at the close. But thank you for all of your birthday wishes and for being who you are. This is the Devotion family. We meet every Monday through Friday. I am on the road. That means screen may fall, light may fall, camera may stop functioning, and I already see a couple of malfunctions on the camera. But we're just going to do our best. That's all we can do. But thank you for being here. Encourage one another. It's fire season all across America. Firefighters will be doing their best to control the raging fires. Smokey Bear will be busy. Smokey Bear? Okay, poll time. Did you always say Smokey Bear, or did you say Smokey the Bear? I don't know why, but we always said Smokey the Bear. It doesn't really make any sense, but go ahead. This is the daily poll. Did you say Smokey Bear or Smokey the Bear? Raging fires. I got to do something on my bucket list a few years ago. I've got a strange bucket list. It's probably different. I guess everybody's bucket list is different. Things I just wanted to do before what is the expression? Kick the bucket. Yeah. And one of those was to visit a little town in Pennsylvania. I got to go by it. And you say, what is it about this town in Pennsylvania? Is it the home of Harley Davidson? No. Is it the home of Freedom Mile? No. Is it the home of the Johnstown flood? I went by that a year later, but no, it's not that. I've always wanted to go to Centralia, Pennsylvania, because the small town is on fire, has been on fire for years now, decades. It all began in May 1962 when a fire started in a garbage dump and the fire worked its way down into a seam of exposed coal, because this was coal country, is coal country. That vein of coal ran completely beneath Centralia, and soon that vein began to burn, not upwardly and outwardly, but downwardly and inwardly. And the fire's been burning ever since then. This underground fire has been burning a long, long, long time. These underground fires cause the ground above to reach temperatures of something like 700 degrees. In many places, homes would simply sink beneath the surface of the ground, be incinerated. The burning coal released its sulfur, and what the fire didn't kill, the poisonous gas did kill. Houses were abandoned, roads closed. The town, which once had 1,100 residents, dwindled down to less than 30 by December of 1997, when the court ordered the remaining residents to abandon their homes. And today, well, the fires still burn beneath the surface. Underground fires are burning all over the world. You can just Google that, and you'll find they're burning in China, India. Some of them have been burning over 100 years. These are the most dangerous types of fires because they're those that cannot be seen. It's that way in the spiritual realm. Solomon said in Proverbs 26, where there is no wood, the fire goes out. So where there's no talebearer, the strife ceaseth. As coals are to burning coals and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down to the innermost parts of our being. We know that faith is the substance of things hoped for, that faith is unseen, it's an inception. The effects of faith are seen. We read in Hebrews 11 that there's a group of people who, through faith, unseen faith, quenched the violence of fire, whether visible or invisible. Today, if you allow me, I want to talk about unseen fires. Yes. What's a sign of a healthy church? I mean, like Centralia, Pennsylvania, a healthy community, a vibrant community. Well, a healthy church is made of people who celebrate in the presence of the Lord. They come together with joy. It's a thrill. It's not dread. It's delight, not duty. A healthy church, you've probably heard me say this countless times, is comprised of people who are not inwardly focused, but outwardly focused. They love to share the love of God with others. A healthy church is built upon doctrine, not a popularity contest. People who come into the church are discipled into Christ's words and ways. A healthy church is made up of people who build each other up. And the law of kindness is in their speech, and it's there because they care, they love. By this shall all men know you're my disciples, that you have loved one another. You edify one another. You don't talk about each other. You're not a talebearer. You're not stirring up fires and gossip. A large part of a healthy church is determined by how we speak to each other and about each other. Can I get a witness to that? Yes, 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 yes. Solomon makes an obvious statement. If a fire doesn't have fuel, it goes out. He then says that the fuel to strife is a talebearer, a gossip. A gossip loves to keep the fire burning. Now we know to do such things is wrong. In the law of God, all the commandments can be summarized to two: love God, love your neighbor as yourself. God commanded Moses to tell Israel in Leviticus, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people. Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. Don't hate your brother in your heart. Yes. Be wise in how you speak about your neighbor. Do not avenge. Don't bear grudges. Love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. It's simply wrong to be a gossip, to spread any news that would hurt anyone is always wrong. I'm going to repeat that, Daily Devotion family. To spread any news that would hurt anyone is always wrong. To use words to hurt and wound is to be a talebearer. It's to spread a fire. You remember what James said, the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So it's the tongue among our members that defiles the whole body and sets on fire the course of nature and is set on fire of hell. It's the only part of our body that can be set on fire by hell in this present world. We should be careful how we speak. My job today is not to quench the gossip's vengeful tongues. I can't do it. I just tell people that are victims of gossip campaigns, keep a smile on your face, keep your heart clean, because if they're talking about you today, they're going to talk about somebody else tomorrow. Soon they're going to move on to another subject. But if you are struggling with gossip, ask the Lord to help you. Purify our hearts. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Get the heart right. Get that unseen fire out of your heart. I'm here today to help people who have been hurt by unholy tongues of fire. For Solomon said that the wounds of the words of the talebearer are wounds, that words can become wounds. You remember that. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. What a lie. Words hurt. And those wounds can go down into the innermost recesses of our heart. A wounded heart is the one that has an unseen fire. It's a hurt with a fever still in it. It's a scar that still smolders. Where does a wounded heart come from? I think there's many ways that these unseen fires begin in our spirit. And we need to be mindful of it. We need to be careful about it. A woman's husband had been slipping in and out of coma for several months, yet she had stayed by his bedside every single day. One day when he came to, he motioned for her to come nearer, and as she sat by him, he whispered, eyes full of tears, "You know what? You've been with me all through the bad times. When I got fired, you were there to support me. When my business failed, you were there. When I got shot, you were by my side. When we lost the house, you stayed right here. When my health started failing, you were still by my side. You know what?" "What, dear?" she gently asked, smiling as her heart began to fill with warmth. His reply, "You were there in all the low moments of my life. I kind of think you're bad luck." Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, I hope your fellowship, your association with the church is helpful. I hope you don't associate it with bad luck. It's a healthy place to be. How do we get these deep wounds, these fires? We sin and we reap the hurt. That's first of all, Psalm 25. David said, "See my affliction and my pain and forgive all my sins." He knew that his affliction and pain were because he had failed God. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not saying all the time you go through problems in life, it's because of sin. But it's certainly one time. Sin's pleasure is a momentary narcotic, but its long-term pain is a deep hurt. That's one source of a wounded spirit. Here's the second one, Job 3. A calamity or a tragedy brought that pain. Job said, "What I feared has come upon me." That a calamity, a tragedy has come. That can cause a wounded heart. Here's the third one. Mistakes of those near us, of those who came before us. I love that expression. Exodus 34. God keeps mercy for thousands. But sin is passed from generation to generation. Significant others in our lives they choose paths of destruction, and it hurts everybody around them. That's a source of a wounded heart. Here's the fourth one: substance abuse. Proverbs 23. Who are the people? I love this rendering the message. Who are the people always crying the blues? Who do you know who reeks of self-pity? Who keeps getting beat up for no reason at all? Whose eyes are bleary and bloodshot? It's those who spend the night with a bottle, for whom drinking is serious business. That's the message rendering of that passage of Scripture. That poor behavior, mind-altering substances can bring much pain. Proverbs 7, sexual immorality. Solomon, who should have known, describes sexual promiscuity as an ox going to slaughter, as a bird caught in a snare, as chains to a fool, and listen to this one, as an arrow which pierces a person's liver. Wounds. What causes these interior wounds? We're going through a list in Scripture. When we say and do things to hurt ourselves. These are the hurts that just don't seem to go away. The fires that rage within. Oh, occasionally you feel the heat and see the smoke, but quite often they're so well hidden, others don't know they exist. They're smoldering beneath the surface until one day we act disproportionately to our circumstances. It's the final straw. It's that bit of kindling. It's that one spark that sets everything ablaze. Here's what I've learned. The older I get, and this is appropriate to say on my birthday, when I was young, the glory of young men is their strength. As the strength of youth passes, the skin grows thinner. You just can't hide the hurt any longer. The anger, the rage, the confusion, the hurts, the fears, the jealousies, the strifes, the nervous disorders, the nightmares, the bizarre behavior, the fire that has raged within us for decades becomes visible. How do you respond to that? I'm not going to dwell long on it, but there's a lot of false responses. There's a lot of panaceas and false cures to unseen fires. People behave differently, but I've seen some people just try to step away from the situation. These are the people who turn inward and they brood on their own hurts. But that just causes the rage to grow even more. Others I've watched strike back immediately. I mean, they just say, I'm not, give an inch, you're going to give a mile. I'm not going to let that camel's nose in my tent, and they just come at it strong. They'll tell people quickly about how they're offended and that they're not going to tolerate others' behavior anymore. While telling someone this in a quiet spirit, it might actually bring forgiveness, forthrightness, healing. But those who strike back immediately rarely have those qualities. Sort of like a man who went to a neighbor's house, and while there he saw a hog that belonged to him. A conflict between the two men became a bitter, century-long battle between two families. A hog, I've been told, started the feud between the Hatfields and McCoys. No cool heads prevailed. Everybody choosing sides, firing off words and bullets. I need to say this. I think it's what the Lord would have me to say, and possibly what He would say right now. Don't ever let pride keep you from doing what's necessary to bring healing into your life. Don't be so concerned about getting even that you damage a relationship or hurt a future generation. Humble yourself. Some fly off at the handle, like the Hatfields and McCoys. Others steel themselves against future rejection. They just get hard. They're going to encase that inward rage and fire, a thick scar tissue of rejection spreads over their feeling, and beneath it all, the fire still rages. But those heroes of faith in Hebrews 11, they quenched the violence of fire through faith. Unseen fires can be calmed by unseen faith. I read the history of underground fires there in Centralia. Water doesn't work well in putting out the fire. What does work is pumping down a concrete-like mixture of sand and aggregate, something that just can't burn and can stop oxygen from getting to the fire. Faith don't burn. Faith survives a fire. Faith is inflammable. Faith can put out a fire. The power of faith in calming this raging world within. You see, it's faith that says God is, faith that says God sees, faith that says God cares. Doesn't do a hurting person much good to tell them they deserve the pain. Doesn't do a hurting person much good to tell them they didn't deserve the pain. Hot Fudge Sunday doesn't heal the hurt. Trip to the mall may soothe the fires momentarily, a little shopping therapy. But what helps in the long term is to know in your heart that God is, God sees, God cares, and He's with you even through this valley and this trial. Before Jesus raised Lazarus, He wept. He proved He cares. The 34th Psalm, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart and saves those of a contrite spirit. Faith says God is, God sees, God cares, and God heals. The 147th Psalm, the Lord doth build up Jerusalem. He gathereth together the outcast of Israel. He healeth the brokenhearted, and He bindeth their wounds. In Luke, Jesus said He came to heal the brokenhearted. He suffered, and through His suffering, we are healed. You ought to say this with all of your heart. Faith says God wants to heal me. You can soothe the hurt. How? First admitting it, confess it. Then release the person that's hurt you. Put it in the hands of the Lord. Yield your rights to God, your expectations, your sense of justice. Ask God to clean your heart. God, take out the fever. Take away the anger. Remove the bitterness and revenge. God, I hate the hate in me. And then finally, in faith, ask God to heal your heart. And the Lord will. The Lord will do this. You'll see this. Let me come to a close here, and then we have a treat with Donna's songs. You find them in Central California, the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada range. Trees that just look like skyscrapers. When the fires come, and they always come, a tree has withstood many fires. When a tree like that is cut down, rangers will point out the rings within a cross section. A thin ring, a drought. Thick ring, a healthy year. This scar struck by lightning, this ring, a fire came that year. But the tree kept reaching toward the sky. And the fire didn't consume the tree. It came and went. The fire was cool. And the tree continued to grow. And that's my prayer for you, is that somehow, some way, somewhere, you are going to continue to grow. And God is going to be with you, and God is going to watch over you, and God will fight your battles. Like and follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and X, share one with another. Get this word out today. Let me see if I can do 2 birthday songs. The one that Donna recorded from let's do the one that she recorded for this year's birthday. and then I'll step to last year. She was already very, very sick. The last time I saw her in the hospital, she said, "Pastor, I'm working on your birthday." She had a house full of company, and Gracie filmed her working on my birthday song. I hope you enjoy.
It's that time of the year again, Pastor.
Mwah,
Don't be afraid. It's just one more year. Happy birthday, Pastor! He ain't afraid of no birthday. It's June the 4th. It's time to celebrate. Who's gonna celebrate? Pastor Gurley! Happy birthday, Pastor! He ain't afraid of no birthday. We honor you, and we sing a little cuckoo, but we just want to say, happy birthday, Pastor. He ain't afraid of no birthday. He's looking great at 68, living his best life. Happy birthday, Pastor. He ain't afraid of no birthday. So something like that.
The Super Bowl commercial, did you
Gracie.
hear it this year?
Okay, Pastor Gurley, today is your special day. We're calling to sing you a special and to wish you a special happy birthday. So let's get started. It's a Big 10-4.
Baker 1-9, this here's Baker Boy. You got a copy on me, Grandma Grunt? Come on.
That's a Big 10-4, Baker boy. There's something going on really big today. Come on.
Something big? Oh, yeah, something really big. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a birthday.
It was the 4th of June by the light of the moon. Pastor Gurley had arrived, kicking and screaming like babies do. He had survived. Because God knew in the decades ahead there was a church that had to thrive. So as the years went past, and boy, they went fast, he was pastor of a church that was alive.
Happy birthday, Pastor, we honor you today. Happy birthday, Pastor, we're so glad you stayed. Happy birthday, Pastor, ain't nothing gonna get in your way. Happy birthday, Pastor, the devil trembles when you pray, Pastor. Baker, Grandma Grunt, this here's Baker Boy. You think we've made it clear enough?
Negatory, we need to do some more stuff. Pastor's always giving his best without a lot of fluff. By the time we're done with this song, Pastor's going to know we mean him no harm. Just blessings headed his way. For him and his family we're going to pray. Because troubles and trials and tribulation are all along the way. Thick as bugs on a bumper, oh yes, we're going to pray. So here's wishing our pastor a happy birthday. We love you, Pastor Gurley, and we're going to sing it one more time, Pastor. Or did we already miss that?
That's fine. I think that was good.
Thank you for sharing in Daily Devotion with Ken Gurley. We pray this ministry has been a source of encouragement and strength to you. Please be mindful that your financial support enables us to meet with you each day. To give a donation or connect with us, visit our website at kengurley.com. There you will also find the latest books, podcasts, and resources. Blessed 90 Days to Change Your World is Pastor Gurley's latest book. You can get your copy of this life-changing book at kengurley.com. May God's favor rest on you in every way until we meet again.